Welcome to another edition of Mailbag. Remember, these are questions and comments that you guys leave on the channel that I think are worthy of further exploration. And again, like I've done with many of the other mailbags recently, I'm recording a block header for the multiple items that are going to appear in this particular mailbag session. But before we get going, we must observe normal parish notices. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, why not hit the subscribe icon? If you want to be notified when videos like this, the rant, or specifically about pieces of equipment hit the channel, you need to click the bell icon as well. If you like the contents of the video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the video, it really helps the channel. And if you feel so inclined, put comments down below. I read the lot. I have to release them from the quarantine area on the channel. And also sometimes I make videos about your comments and suggestions. So that's just the way it is. And finally, down here somewhere is the TMTG community address. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, which I feel is really a bargain, you can support the work the channel does in producing videos about equipment that musicians use. But now, back to this video. Okay, the next one comes from Donny D. Again, in response to the same video I just was talking about a few minutes ago with another comment, which is the Tom Hulkenberg video. I put it all up for sale SMR I did in February 2021, although the announcement by Tom was in fall of 2020. And Donny writes, fair point, but there's another side of the medal in this where you get bored with things you own and become a slave to them. And I believe that is what Tom has gone through. Meanwhile, I went through a few MIDI controllers over the last few years and I'm still struggling to get into the workflow as I don't like too many bells and whistles on them. I have now settled on Ableton Push 2. Bear in mind that I had a hiatus of 20 plus years and that we used was a main keyboard like an M1 plugged into an Atari ST and made a lot of stuff that way. Since CV19, or COVID-19 to be precise, kicked in, we've started working from home, and I came to the point that I don't want to sit in a home office all day and sit in the same chair, just change PC and do the music and start staring at the screen. And I've got to be honest and say I've been in the same boat as you on this, and I will carry on reading this in a minute. Let me just mark on the script where I am. I found this really recently that actually in the evening trying to do something where I've been staring at a computer screen all day has really been debilitating. I've been really tired in the evenings to the point where I've kind of got up at the end of the day, logged off my work machine and then gone and done something else. Whether that be playing, where I'm not looking at a computer screen, or whether it be something else. But I haven't actually been doing recording because that involves me looking at a computer screen. Anyway, go back to the response. After reviewing things for a while, I just got into KeyStep Pro, and from the demos I've seen and a bit of playing around, it seems to have a great workflow that suits me. Plus, no computer required, and you can get into the basic ideas on it and then transfer them into your DAW. On the other hand, I probably need to get rid of the A8, 8.0 and the MC50 as those have been gathering dust for a few years now. And what's really interesting about this is something I did a while ago where I was talking about, somebody asked the question about could you use a Kronos as a DAW? And my response was you can rough the track up on your Kronos quite easily and then transfer it to your DAW. A number of people had different views on this. You know, people just said, use a DAW, dude. And other people said, I sort of kind of get where you're coming from. And the beauty of using one of these hardware devices to rough your track out is that by the time you get it into the DAW, you're really starting to think about post-production at that point rather than pre-production. And what I mean by that is pre-production is what sounds do I want, how is this thing going to be put together. But because you've roughed it out in the instrument, that's kind of not the thinking process you're going through at that point. So it's a change of thinking. It also gets to the change of thinking goes with the change of machine. But it's an interesting argument or conversation to have because there are diehards that will sit in front of a door with a 62-inch screen and say that that's how you produce music. And I have to be honest and say that's not how you produce music. Might be how you record music, but how you produce music is up here. And the last one comes from Sean Curran. I say the last one, this is the last one of these sequences. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but over the last few days I have recorded 40 specific question and answer sessions. And that just gives you an idea of how many you guys leave on the channel. And that's literally, that's not all of the questions and answers questions and comments you leave on the channel. It's only the ones I think are worthy of pulling out. So that's what, probably 2 months worth. Anyway, I carry on. The next one comes from Sean Curran. And this is in response to a video I did about the internals of the Roland A880. A video I did in February 2021. And what this video was about was a number of people had asked to see the guts of the 880. And I sort of thought about sending individual emails with pictures on it. And then I thought, well, what a stupid way to do it. I have a YouTube channel, and I just basically took the high-res photographs and I sequenced them into a video sequence and posted it to the channel, and then said, look, you know, if you want to know what the inside of the A880 looks like from different angles, here are all the photographs. You know, run through the video, find the piece you want, screenshot it, jobs are good. And that's kind of what that video was all about. But then when I look back at it, when I actually put the video together, because there was no backing music in it, I thought it was really sort of quite dry. And it's the story is that I was playing around with two pieces of music, if you like, on the day before I shot the video about, or put the video together about the 880, and I needed some music, and I just basically grabbed those audio files and used those. So yeah, if you want to see, or you want to hear some badly compositions, if you like, there were two songs on this video which kind of repeat and loop. They're not very long songs. The first of the songs, the housemates named it just John Tron, because of the similarity to the sort of Daft Punk soundtrack from the last Tron movie. And it was actually, I think it was a Jupiter, I'm pretty sure actually it's a Jupiter 8 patch that I used for it in the background. And the second they named as Ping Bong, which is a patch based around a CR78 drum machine, with a bunch of random stuff that was thrown in for effect. It was just me playing around, really was me playing around, but they sort of kind of worked well. I just thought it was quite expressive, and I might actually try and re-record both of them now that I've had a chance to think about them. But neither were expected to be released and put through the ringer by you guys. It was just I needed background music, and that was the first thing that came to mind. So love it or hate it, they are my own, but they are my compositions. So there you go. But thank you anyway for the feedback, Sean.